Welcome back to the live final of Britain's Favourite View 2007. Before the break, Catherine Jenkins made the case for Three Cliffs Bay in Gower. But our next finalist is convinced that her view of Cumbria is simply unsurpassable. To remind us of the splendour of Wast in the Lake District is Sally Whitaker. So let's have a look at some of the beautiful places, Sally, that you visited there.
Nowhere in Britain are you more spoiled for choice for amazing views than in the Lake District. Each of the 12 million visitors to its 15 sparkling lakes probably has their own favourite, as have the many writers, poets and artists who've been seduced by its unsurpassed landscapes. We're at Beacon Tarn, which is one of my favourite views, and I've been coming here for probably nearly 20 years now with my family. I've got such special memories of coming here and just feeling that you've filled your lungs with fresh air and you've had a really nice, lovely day out, and it's not cost you anything. The poet William Wordsworth described his home in Grasmere as the loveliest spot that man hath ever found.
This is the garden of Dove Cottage, which is where William Wordsworth lived, and he wrote some of his greatest poetry living in the little house.
I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high o'er vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils. Wordsworth's most famous poem was inspired by a view on the shores of Ullswater. What was the legacy of the Romantic poets to the Lake District?
Well, I think they did give us a new way of seeing it, and they also made the Lake District popular.
This is a stunning view. By the end of the 19th century, so popular was the Lake District that the landscape was under threat from overdevelopment. There was one author who saw the problem and was determined to do something to save this landscape for future generations. Beatrix Potter eventually saved 15 lakeland farms. One large estate came with one of the prettiest pictures in Cumbria. Wow, this has to be one of the most famous views in the Lake District, doesn't it, Tarn House?
Absolutely. It's an inspirational landscape.
So what do you think Beatrix's legacy to the Lake District is?
I think to protect landscapes and views that we can enjoy today.
We've seen Wordsworth and Beatrix Potter's favourite views. Now for mine. Far from the tourist hotspots of Coniston and Grasmere is Wastwater in Wastdale. Here it's the isolated mountain splendour which makes it so special.
Ready? Yeah. Rope below.
I'm going to climb this mountain. Keep your fingers crossed.
Perfect.
Wastdale Valley contains Wastwater. At a depth of 258 feet, it's England's deepest lake.
How is it?
It's amazing.
The rough guide describes this as a Shangri-La-like clearing in the middle of all England's highest mountains. It's a birthplace of climbing, and climbing began here in the late 19th century.
Yes, I did it! This landscape has fired up the imagination of poets, painters and climbers over the centuries, and it's not lost its power today to thrill and excite us. And for that reason, I believe that Wastwater in the Lake District should be voted Britain's favourite view.